And we're live. You have to take it around and let everyone.
Hi guys, is anyone joining us? We're live with Dr. Sunday Adelaja. This is just a session where we sit together and ask questions. Julie, Rochelle, hi. Christina, hi. Pastor Natalia.
Christina, right?
Yeah.
Another Christina.
Dr. Sunday.
I know another Christina that you all don't know yet.
Pastor Derek. I might not know her. Hello guys, who's joining us today? Say hello. Say hello, hello. Is anyone there? Okay, I can see some people joining. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. We're just going to ask questions. So everyone would have their questions out and ask Dr. Sunday. So you see how we mingle in the house, how we sit down and feed ourselves with wisdom for personal development and inspiration. So stay tuned. Hello, Pastor Habi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Hello, Stella, how are you? Thank you for joining. Can you also share this with others so that other people can share in this knowledge? Olaoluwa, thank you for joining. Good evening already. Okay, yes, it is going evening actually here as well. Euphoma, thank you for joining us. How are you? It's really great to see you guys that you're joining. Hello, Stella. How are you? Thank you for joining. So they're going to start with questions. Everyone have got their questions. I don't know what their questions are, but I have my question here. And my first question is, in one of Dr. Sunday's sessions, it said that it's important to ask questions. And asking questions is more important than having faith. So my question is, why is asking questions more important than faith in God, sir?
I think it's just a book that I have. Can you bring the book? Look for the book. Wow.
So in the meantime, I'll everyone joining. Thank you for joining. Hello, Bruce. How are you? I hope you're okay. Please share, everyone. Please share. Olaoluwa, thank you for joining and thank you for sharing. Please continue to share, guys. The more people that sits with us here to hear this wisdom, the better. You know what my ethos is, that the more people in the world have this knowledge, the less people you have to deal with that don't have understanding, and the less you'll be frustrated in the world. So go ahead and share it so that you can make your life great and make other people as well great. Reverend Rosalind, thank you so much for joining. Hello, Fisayo, thank you. Please share. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think she's sharing something else. Yeah. Okay, I just turn it to you. Idara Nwafo, thank you very much for joining. Thank you. We have loads of people here. So Yemi Adeyemo, thank you so much for joining. I haven't forgotten what I need to send. I will send it because I know that you're reminding me just by popping up. Thank you. I'll just turn the camera around. You can already see Julie, and also you can see Pastor Derek right here on my right. We're all sitting down to feed out of this wisdom.
Yeah,
we can't wait.
You can't miss this.
Yes, we did this yesterday, but we didn't video it in terms of live, but we have video recordings of it. And I'm definitely going to post that up on Dr. Sunday's page, so you'll be able to see and also hear and feed from the knowledge we acquired yesterday. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? I hope you're okay. Thank you for joining us. How are you today? Jide, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Please share, guys. This is an impromptu session. We just sit down and ask questions, and we thought we'll share it with you in a vlog so that you can also get some of this wisdom. It's really important. So I'll just turn the camera around so that you can see the other people in the room to feed at the master's table. So we have Pastor Natasha, we have Christina, we have Rochelle White. Rochelle White haven't had that much sleep. She had 40 hours flight from New Zealand. Yes, I know, but I just thought I should share that. It's a vlog as well. So guys, just tell you that, she's really strong sitting here. She just can't wait to feed. So she's not going to bed. She wants to join in this. So if Pastor is ready, Dr. Sunday is ready, we can get started. Guys, so how are you? Please share. Pastor Abby joined again. Hello, Pastor Abby. Is Facebook playing up? Because I know you joined earlier. Anyway, thank you for joining.
A good moment to thank everybody who's been coming on regularly.
Okay.
Those of you that are hungry, what we discover about spending time with Pastor Sunday is that the wisdom and the kingdom goes to the hungry. And we see that. So in this dynamic here, when people are asking questions, it almost like triggers that spirit of wisdom, that desire for answers, and God begins to speak through Pastor to us. There's an atmosphere of fellowship. And, in the body of Christ, we're so used to one-way traffic, one-way information, where the pastor gets up on the platform and preaches to you, or in some cases, preaches at you, and that's it. You sit quietly and you go home. But it was different with Jesus. Jesus knew how to facilitate an atmosphere where there was dialogue, where there was the art of asking questions. Jesus would even throw some statements out there, much like Pastor Sunday does, and ask people to give feedback. And in that environment of feedback and discussion with the Lord Jesus, there were conclusions. And that's the exact same dynamic that we see happening here with Pastor Sunday, which is why people come from nations of the world to sit, not just to take in the anniversary, but for the fellowship aspect, the HMT dynamic, where discussion happens, questions are asked, and the wisdom begins to flow. This is real discipleship happening right here. So we're so glad you tuned in to check this out.
Thank you, Pastor Derek. That's a short interlude there. I hope you enjoyed that. That's fact right there. So Dr. Sunday is ready for us, so let's switch back. Hello.
Voice good enough when you were yesterday?
Hello, Edwin. How are you? Thank you for joining. Good evening, Pastor and all family members.
Sit closer with a video or not.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Let me ask if they can hear me.
They can hear you when I speak in the recording.
Okay.
You'll be guaranteed because you sit here.
Yeah.
No, let me come. I can move around.
It's blocked to us. So
Yeah.
because if you say, can they hear you? Definitely because you are close.
Yeah, sure.
But they need to hear me. No, you say here. That's the closer place. Then it's also easier for you to should see anybody else.
Hello, Juday. How are you, Stellar? So I'm switching to Pastor now.
What's your question again?
So my question is, why is asking questions more important than faith in God? Because I was a little
Why
bit
faith in God? Where is that question coming from?
It came from one of your sessions, and I remember writing that question down to ask you. So one of your broadcasting sessions where you say, I think you also said that faith in yourself is more important.
That's another question.
It's another question, right? But maybe I can accept faith in myself, like...
Are you showing yourself?
No, I'm not showing
Because
myself.
you are the one talking.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. You see, this is the challenge that I go through every day, but I'm growing. So I can accept that having faith in myself could be more important than faith in God, because it's because I need to be the person, the body that actually carry out the action and my purpose.
That having faith in yourself is more important than
Okay.
I don't agree that having faith in yourself is more important than having faith in God.
Okay.
But that's what you said you believe.
I could probably even
Because
accept
when you are trying to quote me, it is important for you not to leave any word out.
Absolutely.
But you are quoting me wrong, and you said I said it.
You said having. So let me be clear, right? You said having faith, right? Faith. I mean, why the question was, why is questions more important?
No, let's deal with the one you started.
Yes, I said I can accept that having faith in myself important than having faith in God, but I can accept the question. So that's what I'm saying.
That question is more important?
Yes, than having faith in God.
Okay. But can you accept?
I can accept having faith in myself.
It's more important than what?
I can accept that, but I cannot accept.
Accept what?
Having faith in myself as a human being, as my individual self, is more important than faith in God. But I cannot accept it to say asking question is more important than having faith in God.
Okay. Now, you are showing me now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, because I'm not the one who was talking.
I know, I didn't bother to. They can hear me. They've seen enough of my face.
Okay, just that when you are showing me when I'm not talking, supposing I want to do something else, something silly, for example, why you are talking,
Okay.
and I'm thinking you are the one talking, so I can do anything I want to do.
Okay.
But then you are putting it on me at that time, so you are making me look bad while you are saving your face. It's not a good idea.
Lesson 2. Guys, I'm telling. So that's lesson 2, already I think we've only done a few minutes of this now, and I've been corrected twice already. So this is the growth that I go through every day. It's like the speed is unbelievable. So there you go. So you guys are seeing what's happened now. So the first lesson that I had is in terms of quoting Pastor wrongly, which I do because I think I've heard something, but I haven't heard it correctly, and I boldly say, well, I haven't heard. Secondly, now, the correction with the video, although it does make sense, absolutely sense. If I'm talking, switch to me. That makes sense because, you guys will be wondering, why am I showing you a face that is not talking and the voice is somewhere else? And apart from that, it's a good point. If he wanted to do something thinking that the camera is faced to me, then he would do it, and I'll capture it and the whole world will see. So it makes sense to me. I can accept that. I know that I'm in the wrong once he said it. It's a little bit embarrassing, but hey, I'll grow.
No, but the funny thing is that
I'll take it.
Pastor,
I'm switching to you now, sir.
That is there. You sent me a video that you did with Pastor Derek yesterday about emotional intelligence. That was yesterday night, and he sent it to me too. And I watched that, and I saw him using all the wisdom he's got and all his understanding, trying to communicate, not just to the people in the audience, but to you who is interviewing him.
Really?
About emotional intelligence, what you should do while other people are listening, and how you should comport yourself when, in conversation. And I could see a lot of the things he was saying were actually for you.
Oh my God. Guys.
And you thought they were for the audience.
No, actually, I was putting, not a lot of it. I know some of it were for me.
Well.
Guys, did you notice that?
I did notice.
I didn't notice that. I only thought some of them were. Okay, Pastor Derek. Okay.
He's here.
Okay.
I thought he tried his best. Now I know he didn't try enough.
It was,
Part 3.
He is part 3.
Oh my God.
He's the one talking.
Oh my God.
I was just saying that we'll do it part 3. We'll revisit the subject.
Oh my God. I'm going to be careful, should I say? Not careful,
No, you
but
don't need to be careful. You just need to be in the here and now. You just need to be in the presence, in the here and now. And he was talking about it. He was talking about, emotional intelligence, that's being conscious of yourself. And that Pastor Sunday calls that being in the here and now. So, but that was not just for them, though. That's also for you, I think. That's what I would suppose.
go on, Pastor Derek.
You know what? I give these gems of wisdom for all who will hear.
Very wise man.
For everyone who will listen, and it applies to all of us for sure. But you did inspire me for a few of them.
Oh my God. I didn't. Guys, this is coming as a shock to me because, yes, I thought it was for everyone, and I can highlight some things that are for me, but not that I inspired. Can you hear that? I inspired a lot of what it was said.
No, I said a little.
A
You did
little.
it right there. You said a lot, but I actually said a little.
Well, I heard a lot, sir.
That's
Maybe
what
I'm
women.
wrong.
That's what women hear.
I magnify.
That's what women hear. It's good you are not married yet. That's what women hear. Maybe that clothes is not very good on you. Then your wife will tell you, you said I'm ugly. You said I'm ugly. I said you are ugly. You don't love me. You don't love me anymore. You said I'm ugly.
Actually, I'm going to compliment you now on the camera. Okay. Not because I feel bad for you, but it's true. We've seen you grow so much so quickly. So there were things that were being said, and you were doing your best to engage with them. And you were even admitting to the audience the things that you wanted to change, that you wanted to correct. So,
Thank you.
You're growing.
Thank you. Okay. Right, you see what I'm doing for you guys? Like, anything for other people to benefit, I will do it. But I mostly need to benefit. And again, I will repeat, I want the world that I am around to be wise as well, because I can't be wise alone. If I'm wise alone and other people are not, I'll be frustrated. So this is why it's important to learn in this way. I won't see what's happening if I do. So here's everyone else. They're waiting patiently to hear the answer to the question and also to give their own questions so that Dr. Sunday can answer. So, sir, let me go back. Before I said so sad. Okay. Guys, don't mind me. Yeah. So my question again, sir. Why is asking a question more important than faith in God? That's my question. Please.
But before I answer that question, I'd ask you where you heard it from and where is that coming from? Because if you just come and say, Pastor Sunday said, asking questions is more important than faith in God, that is one thing. But if you narrate the concept and what led to that statement is another thing. So I think that it will do good, not just to you, but to everybody, to know from what school of thought we are coming from and what is it that led to that particular statement. And that statement by itself is taken out of a sentence. So that one is not the full sentence by itself. So it's just taken out of a sentence, complete sentence. Even though the sentence will still be as complex as this particular phrase that you have quoted me saying now. But before I answer that question, why asking questions is more important than faith in God, before I address this question, I want to first of all go back to what you had alluded to in the beginning. What you had referred to in the beginning is that I had said that having faith in yourself is more important than having faith in God. But I had not said that.
Okay. So I actually believe that I've heard that from one of your sessions, that having faith in self is more important than having faith in God.
And that's what I like about you, that you are never intimidated. And you tell me what you've heard and what you are sure of. So I want you to argue your case, and I'm so happy that you are free enough to convince me that I had said that. And then I will come back and tell you exactly what I had said.
Okay. In terms of arguing it, I don't want to argue, but I'm going to say, yes, so I'll present it that I've heard it in one of your sessions where you said that it's more important, I thought you said now, that it's more important to have faith in self than faith in God. And at that time when I heard it, instantly I was a little bit shocked because I was trying to be religious, but common sense tells me that if God is not human and I am the human that is on earth. And with all your subsequent teaching that we need to go out in the world and till the world and, be in the kingdom in our sphere and industry, we should do whatever we need to do in terms of taking the kingdom for God. So for that reason, I could come to the conclusion and understand that, yes, I need to have faith in myself in order to do those things. And faith in myself is also faith in God, because God created me. That was my rationale. But then when we were in your office and then we talked about a question, I think Pastor Derek mentioned that it's, notice, he was giving me advice in terms of questioning and asking question is very important. And also how we had a conversation as well earlier that when we ask you questions, you ignite. You're so willing to give us a full answer, not a halfway answer, not an answer, a quick answer to just get rid of us. So we were having that conversation that it's important to ask you questions. And we repeated that conversation again in the office. That question is really important. And then you mentioned that asking questions. So you came into the conversation. You came into the office. You were not with us when we first.
Yeah, because you are still going back to your main question.
Yes.
But that the phrase you said, I like to deal with my subject matter one by one.
Okay.
I will still get back to the questioning. But before the questioning, I'm addressing the faith now.
Yeah.
That faith in self is more important than faith in God. I said that is not what I said. And I don't believe in that. I said something very similar to that, but that's not what I said.
Okay. So let's just deal with it as you said, right? That's what I heard, that faith in myself is more important than faith in God.
Okay.
So,
but that is not what I said.
yes, I accept that you're saying that, but that's what I heard. Yeah. So
But
I don't know what you said, because what I'm saying, what I believe that you said is what I've said.
Okay.
So I agree that you're saying that that's not what you said, but I don't have any other option other than what I've just told you, because that's what I believed.
And I'm that also as a lesson point for you, and not just for you, but for everybody listening to me. Because people who listen to me, I mainly used to speaking like normal human beings speak. And the way normal human beings speak is that they use a lot of words, but they to just convey one thought. But for me, when I want to convey one thought, in the process of conveying that one thought, every single word is important. But what people do with me is that they don't know me, that every single word in the process of me forming my thought is important. So they just want to get the thought. And then they just capture the thought as they just capture the thought out of the whole sentence. Or they capture the general thought. But when it comes to me, you don't make the mistake of capturing the general thought. You should quote everything I said. Don't just summarize it. By the time you just want to get the summary of it, that is when you misquote, and that's what you have just done now. And now, why am I using this time, this opportunity, this precious time we have to correct you on this? The reason is because you get annoyed. And you even told me you did a V-blog today addressing this particular issue. And the problem you addressed today was that you can't understand why people don't understand Pastor Sunday. You can't believe it that some people will misunderstand Pastor Sunday. Why? And you get even irritated by that. And you get angry by that. What should I then do? If you are getting irritated that people don't understand Pastor Sunday, what should I do? When even you, who is sacrificed so much to follow me, who is following me, living in my house, paying a huge price, listening to me every day, if you still don't understand me and you misunderstand me, can you imagine if I begin to get irritated like you? I'm not going to tolerate any human being around me. So you don't get offended by people's misunderstanding. don't get irritated by people misunderstanding us. That is how people are. What people understand or hear when you speak or when I speak is not necessarily what I said. People understand or people hear not what I say, but they hear where they are. They hear who they are. They hear what they are accustomed to, what they are familiar with. So, for example, I said a similar thing to what you said, but not quite the same. So those people who come to listen to me, they always do the same thing you've just done now. They hear something and they thought, because they just captured the general thought. And the general thought they heard is in total conflict with what they are used to hearing. And because I'm always speaking an original thought, all of my thoughts when I begin to talk, they are normally original. And because they are original, they are always, most of the time, in conflict with the status quo. And since they just got it, that is in conflict with the status quo, with what they are used to, they run with it and say, this is what he said. Wow. But they don't quote what I said. Wow. But they just repeat what they understood that I said. Or they just get the summary. But when it comes to Pastor Sunday, you shouldn't get the summary. When you get the summary, then that's when you think he's in error or he's missed it, and he made a mistake, or how can he say that? It's not scriptural. It's because people are not detailed enough. These are people that are not used to listening to every word. Each and every one of us, when I'm talking now, and when you're talking to me or you're talking to other people, normally you just want to hear, what does he want to say? Okay, what does he want to say? But there are people that have gone beyond that. Instead of trying to listen to what I'm trying to say, they want to listen to every word. That's the kind of place. That's the kind of person I am. I don't want to listen to what you want to say in general, in total, in summary. I want to capture every word, how you said it, so I can always repeat every word that I hear. Even if I'm listening to it for 4 hours, I will try to repeat every word, not just the summary. But when people listen to summary, because to repeat every word is difficult. But that's the way I listen. But people just want to capture your general idea. And when they capture my general idea, they always miss it. Because the things that I say, every word is in that idea, in saying the idea, every word is important. So let me now tell you what I said. Okay. In line with what you said. So this, if you want to capture my thought, this thing I've just said now is why people misunderstand. If you want to capture the topic, why people misunderstand other people, or why people misunderstand Pastor Sunday. That's one thought. Now let me go to address another subtitle in your question. This is coming from one question. Now let me go express and give meaning to what you just said. And what you said that I said in my preaching is that I said faith in self, in oneself, is more important than faith in God. Now, I want to establish this and say, that statement you just said, that is exactly the statement most people who listen to me, they will vouch to the fact that I said that. Many of them will even go to court and say that Pastor Sunday said it. Maybe I forgot, but I don't forget. But you are just belonging to the school of people, or to the category of people who just want to get the idea. You just want to get the general thought. And that's why you are thinking that's what I said. And I want to use this opportunity to see if there is anyone who knows how to listen out of the people who've been listening to me. Because I said that not just one time. I have a whole message that is titled, that has that title, but not quite like that. I said that like 1,000 times. Yes. But
yes. I just wonder, I want to do a little poll here. Does anyone remember what Pastor said to correct me before Pastor gives an answer? And I would like if anyone in this room remembers, and if anyone remembers on Facebook, exactly what Pastor said. So I just want to do a little poll, okay? And if you want to make, yes, and if you want to make me feel better.
All of them will support you, I know. I know I'm losing this. I know I'm losing. I know everybody is going to support you, but the document will confirm that I'm right. We are going to find the message, and we are going to see that I am the one who is right. We are going to find the title for the message. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube. But but you must tell people not to go to YouTube to look for it.
Yes.
They should just tell.
Yes, guys, no cheating, we're here to learn, okay? So, I don't remember it. I just said what I remembered, and it's wrong.
What you remember is?
Yes, is that faith in myself is more important than faith in God. That's what I remember.
Let's Julie confirm that
exactly.
people are writing that's exactly what I said, is it?
Yeah. So,
what will you say,
Julie?
Okay. No, what people say?
Yeah, so, let me see.
I want to know what Julie remembers too.
Okay. No, just tell us. You don't need to read it.
Yeah, so I've seen a couple of people saying, yeah, that's what I heard too. So,
At least they're saying that's what they heard.
And she wants to hear what you think.
Yeah. So I actually had to think about the question I asked yesterday, because I asked him about success and if we can be successful on this earth in everything, not just, in finances and in our careers, but if we have everything to be successful and the principles to be successful, especially in relationships on this earth. And my understanding when it comes to having faith in yourself, and what Pastor said was more than in God, was in relation to success. So if you want to be successful on this earth, you need more faith in yourself than in God.
Brilliant. Now, we go to Rochelle.
Well, the answer is already cat is
Well, actually, I just remembered when Julie was talking, and it came to me because I looked and I was like, that's right, it's on this earth. It's more important on this earth. Because otherwise...
Imagine how important just those two words were right there.
Yeah, just
or
those
three
two
words,
details.
on this earth. Yeah. Right
Detail.
there.
Guys, this is what I have to go through. Who does that?
I just agree that with Pastor Sunday, not only can he recall information exactly as it's stated, but he'll react based on how you say something. If you say something properly, you get a response. If it's nebulous and vague, he will look at his iPad and wait for you to finish and get to the point. But you know what? That's the way God is. That's the way God is. He doesn't mince words. He doesn't add words. And I think it's an art that I would like to get better at. Okay. But you saw it right here. That was a perfect demonstration of that point.
So, guys, that was a quick poll. It's all done now. So
what is the difference? Now the question that I have is, what is the difference between what she said and what you were affirming and confidently also said, I said it?
Yes.
What you were affirming that I said, you were affirming that I heard you say. I heard you say. And then you had a whole bunch of lieutenants there. Folks are following you and cheering you and say, yeah, I heard it too. I heard it too. Yeah, that's what you said, Pastor. Maybe Pastor forgot, but he said it. I know he said it. And I know those people will go to court to testify against me. And I am going through that right now in Ukraine. People, I'm in court right now in Ukraine, and people from my church have come to say what I didn't say. And they have said, and they've gone to court to say what I didn't say. And we have the tapes. And when we're playing the tape, they said, no, not in this tape. Maybe something else, somewhere else, but he said it. People have, people have put other people to death just because they are not detailed. So, Mayo, tell us what is the difference between what you said, I said, and what I actually said.
Okay.
Can you find it on YouTube?
Right, guys. The difference is on earth. That's the difference.
Not just on earth. I didn't just say 2 words on earth.
Faith.
We need the complete statement, my dear.
Faith in yourself on earth is more important than faith in God.
Look at her. There are 3 of them, right? There are 3 videos on YouTube. You go read it the way it is. What is written there? Let them see. It's documented. This is documented.
Oh yes, this was 8 months ago. 8 months ago. It says that to rule on earth, you need more faith in self than in God. Part 1, part 2, and part 3.
See? 3 videos that confirm this. But what did you say? What is the difference between what is written there and what you said?
The difference is phrase, guys, I'm trying to say, I'm putting myself in more hot pepper here, but I'm just doing it for your sake. I'm sacrificing my life for you.
Oh, Lord.
I'm paraphrasing because I'm on earth. Where else would I be exercising this faith? It's not going to be in heaven. I said faith in self is more important than faith in God, which is wrong.
And I say I don't believe it. Because that's not what I said. So can you believe it when people who say that they are my disciples go and take something out of context and say, this is what our pastor said, this is what Pastor Sunday said. And other people will be saying, yes, you are in error. That your pastor is in error. That your pastor is heretic. And that this cannot be right. Because people don't hear exactly what you say. People just want to hear the general idea, the thought.
So, I still have to say something. Although I am on earth, where else would I exercise faith if it's not on earth?
Okay, then let me continue. If you want to defend yourself like that, and you want to argue.
I don't want to argue really, because I'm going to lose.
If you want to defend yourself, you want to defend your skin, then I would like to tell you that what I said is not on earth. I didn't say on earth. Faith in God, in self is more important than faith in God. Read what I said.
Can I have that?
So you just got that on earth again and just head on to the on earth.
Successful.
Every word is, I just started with that. Every word in what I said is important.
It says that to rule
So it's
on
not
earth,
just
to rule on earth, you need more faith in self than in God. And
learn to quote me rather than just take a phrase out of what I said.
Yeah. And also saying that it makes such a
But
difference.
I like you, and the reason I like you
Can
is that
I
you
say-
speak, you say what you think.
The other thing is that
Other people will pretend.
I've just noticed that it says to rule on earth, you need more faith in self than in
Every
God.
word is important.
Yeah, but it's even totally different from what I said, because I'm discounting totally faith in God for
See?
being on earth.
See?
So that English, what I said is like you don't need God
Yes,
at all to be
that's
on
what
earth.
you say.
But you're
And that's
saying,
why I said I don't believe in that. You said it.
Okay, guys.
No, tell us what you understand.
It took me a while to get it. I just got it this last minute. Even when Julie said it, I was thinking, what's the difference? I mean, but now I've just got it. I was saying that you don't need God to even be on earth.
Yes.
Right? Whereas this is saying that you need to have faith in yourself to rule on earth. That's it.
You see.
Okay, guys, go back. Okay, all right, guys. I need to go and sleep now.
Don't go anywhere. You are going nowhere. We are not going to allow you.
Then I was going around saying this. You know how many people have said this? Do you know how many people have said? They probably think, what an idiot. Oh my God.
What will you say to these things?
Julie is going to say something.
I just think it's incredible, really, because I haven't put that much thought into that phrase myself. And I now only realize how important it is, because the last statement that you just made about the fact that the way you phrase it really makes up so much. You could say that you actually don't need God, not that you don't need him as much. And it changes the entire statement completely. So I learned to really, really listen and to really question if I actually understood everything that I hear.
I feel bad. I feel like I've actually grieved God. That's how I feel right now. Because
God knows better. God doesn't just judge you because you say something wrong.
yeah.
It's your learning curve.
Yeah.
And if you had not gotten it wrong, we would not be able to explain to all other people who got it wrong. Like you said, you have a lot of foot soldiers on that Facebook.
Now they said that I am on my own. I'm reading what you guys are saying. Later we will talk. I say you're your own.
They dumped you.
Yeah, straight away. They're not even hiding you. They wrote it. A few of them say you're on your own now. Oh, this is serious. Okay, guys, I know who my friends are. Thank you very much. Wow.
But how come you got it, Julie? Let Julie tell us how you.
I think it's especially because of yesterday, my question yesterday, because you were so thorough in answering it. Because I was trying to understand if, relationships and things that concern relationships and interconnectedness, if this is rather spiritual as opposed to something that you can solve on earth. Because there's something that I'm struggling with privately. So I was wondering if there are things that you just have to pray about and that you can't solve by using principles. And this is where Pastor made the distinction of, the spiritual importance of solving problems and the fact that you need the Spirit and you need God to regenerate yourself and to be saved. But you also need the principles of God because God gave them to you so that you can function on earth, and this concerns every area of life. So
it was yesterday that helped you.
Yeah.
But you didn't remember from the message itself, from the fact that
No,
I said something similar.
I think you didn't say it as she said it, that you don't need God. But I wouldn't have been able to really put the finger on it if we didn't have the conversation yesterday. So.
Thank you, Julie.
When it comes to success on earth, when it comes to ruling on earth, when it comes to dominion on earth, you need more faith in yourself that you can do it, that God has given you that ability, that God has created the environment, the conditions for you to be able to do it. You need to believe that God has given you that authority. Mm-hmm. You need that more faith in you, that God has endowed you with that you need faith in God. that you might not even believe in God. As long as you believe in yourself, that is the key to success on earth. Even if you don't recognize God, but God has already given you everything when it comes to believing and success and dominion on earth. But if you don't, but faith in yourself is not more important than faith in God on earth. Even on earth or anywhere, faith in yourself is not more important than faith in God, because God created you. Because you are going to stand before God one day to answer, and because if you don't have faith in God at all, you will go to hell. So faith in God is more important all the time. But that is what people don't know. When people just hear me say that, they only capture it just like you captured it. But they don't know that I'm qualifying my statement by saying when it comes to success on earth, or when it comes to ruling on earth, it's pertaining just to the ruling. You need to have faith in yourself. What I was trying to say is that people always who are Christians, they want to be successful on earth, and what they do, they go and pray to God. And they want to have faith in God. They want to believe in God so that they will be successful on earth. They want to have more faith. If you can have faith in God, you'll be successful. No, you don't need faith in God to be successful on earth. It's another function. It's not the function of having faith in God. When it comes to ruling on earth, God has already given you everything you need to. You need to believe it. You need to believe that God has given you everything. You need to believe that, God has created all the things. You need to believe in yourself that you are capable of doing it. You need to believe in yourself and trust that, yes, I have what it takes to be successful on earth. I have what it takes to challenge that mountain. I have what it takes to be able to move that situation. I have what it takes. I can do it. The more your faith in yourself that you can do it, that is what it takes for you to be successful on earth. It is faith that amount of faith you have in you that determines your success on earth. So you could not, if you don't have faith in yourself, what I'm trying to say is, if you don't have faith in yourself, but you are just going to church to pray and fast, and having faith that I'm believing God for this, God will not do it. It doesn't, no matter how much faith you have in God, I believe in God so much, I believe in God, but I don't believe in myself. I believe in God so much, I believe in God so much. I don't have problem believing in God. I believe in God, but I don't believe in myself. Nothing will ever get done. It is only at the point when you begin to believe in yourself, that's when you get what gives you the confidence to actually stand up to go and do it. So believing in God without believing in yourself doesn't get anything done. It is at the point when you now say, yes, now I believe in myself. That is when things begin to get to be done. So it is not faith in God that gets things accomplished when it comes to success and ruling on earth. It is faith in yourself. Even when you have faith in God, what that faith in God is supposed to do for you is to give you and return faith back in yourself. The reason you believe in God, even if you want to have faith in God, it will still come back to you. It will still come back to you believing in yourself and having faith in yourself for you to be able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So if you are believing in God so much, you have faith in God so much, what that does for you, the best that faith in God could do for you is to make you have faith in yourself. And it is only at the point that you have faith in yourself that you now move forward and begin to do what you needed to do. I don't know if you people are listening to me. You are getting it.
Yeah, getting it.
So okay, for example, let me tell you my example. At a point, God told me that He wanted me to start church in the former Soviet Union. And I said, I knew God said it. I heard God and said He will make me successful. I even saw a dream where I saw white people all over before myself. Jesus came to me in the dream and showed me. So I already have faith in God. Even Jesus came and showed me. But despite the fact that Jesus came, I couldn't do anything for 4 years. I couldn't believe that I couldn't believe myself. Because I was always afraid. What would people think about me? I'm a black person. What would they think? They would think I'm afraid. What about if I fall? What about if I make a mistake? What about if, what would they, what would I don't want to disgrace God. I don't believe in myself. What about if they would not listen? Or what about, would there be money? Would there be offering? I didn't believe. For 4 years, I couldn't do anything. No one single individual European came to to me. God saved through me. Not a single individual. Why? I couldn't believe myself. I couldn't even open my mouth to go and talk. I was having faith in God. Praying to God. Even Jesus appeared to me in the dream. So you cannot believe more in God than that. But no result. When it comes to results, when it comes to success, when it comes to dominion, rulership, reigning on earth, it is only what I started to do, I started to fast and pray, and then I started to pray before I go to do, let's say I'm going to preach somewhere. I will first of all pray 6 hours before I leave my house. If I don't pray 6 hours, I don't leave the house. And I thought that God was going to give me power. But what I discovered is that at the end of my 6 hours of prayer, I begin to have confidence that I can do it. So even all the 6 hours of prayer and reading the Bible, what that does to me is to make me have confidence and faith in myself that I can do it. God was always ready. God was always capable. God was always strong enough. God was the same. And my prayer didn't change God. It changed me. From not believing in myself into trusting in myself. So, I did this for like several years, maybe 4 years. And what I would do is that I would not have confidence to go and pray. To go and preach and face the crowd. So I would just fast and I will not eat, maybe for 3 days or for 2 days or for 4 days or 1 week. Then the day I'm going to preach, it's not like today that I'm preaching every day. Maybe once a month or once a week I used to preach. I will not eat, I will fast. And then I will pray that day for 6 hours. It is only after praying for 6 hours and the fasting, I'm not eating, that my flesh, the fear that I have, the thoughts are subdued. Due to that fasting and praying, I'm not feeding my fear and my flesh. They are subdued. And as a result of that, I have more confidence in myself. So the faith and the prayers that I was having, the faith I was having in God, I was having faith in God all the while, but it didn't help me. But the prayers and the exercises, this fasting, the thing it did, it was to change me, not to change God. Not to cause God to move. I cannot control God. God was always willing to move. But I was not ready. I was not having the belief. So it is only when I have the confidence and I go that I see result. So the greatest change that needed to be done through my prayers and fasting and faith is upon myself. It's faith, prayers, fasting are not instruments to manipulating God. My prayers doesn't change God. My fasting doesn't change God. My faith doesn't change God. They change me to align with God. So when it comes to ruling and reigning on earth or success on earth, you need that more faith in yourself. That's when you get out of your seat and stand and go to do it. That is why people like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, and other men, Warren Buffett, and other men who don't believe in God at all, Mark Zuckerberg, all of them, they don't believe in God at all. They don't even recognize it, but they have faith in themselves. The faith, the ability to believe in themselves, the fact that they believe they can do it, that is the only requirement for you to be successful on earth here. It is that faith that makes them to go and do research. It is that faith that makes them to go and work hard, keep on working, that they will make it. I know it will work out. When you first of all have an idea of smartphones, nobody believes it. Nobody thought it will ever work out. But you have faith in yourself, in what you are the only one in the laboratory. You are working hard because you have that faith. It's not faith in God. They don't even recognize God.
So true.
But because they have faith in themselves, in the idea that it will work, that is what gave them the result and the success we are seeing today. But what we have done in churches is that we have subjugated our faith in ourselves for faith in God, and just say, okay, I don't want to be proud, because the Bible says, don't rely on your what? On your mind or on your understanding, and don't, so if I am going to have faith, if I say I need faith in myself, it means I'm relying on my understanding. It's another topic altogether. It's not the same. So people are saying, no, I just want to be faithful to God. I want to make sure that God doesn't think I'm proud. So I just want to have faith in him. But you are doing a disservice to God. If you are just going to have faith in God, you are not crediting God that way. You are slapping God in the face, because then you are not able to do what he said he should do. Because he said that everything is possible to him that believeth. He didn't say to him that believeth in God. But to him that believeth, there are three things for you to believe in. You have to believe in God. But for everything to be possible to you, you don't have to believe in God. You either believe in God, that's for you to get connected with God. But for everything to be possible for you on earth too, you have to believe either in yourself, or you believe in this thing that you want to do, in the goal that you want to attain. That's why it did not qualify that everything is possible to them that believe in God. No, everything is possible to them that believe it. That's it, basic. It stop at that. God is not foolish when they stop at that. Because if you just said God, then it means God has to go and do everything for you. But you need faith in yourself too. Then you need faith in the goal, in the mission that you need to accomplish. What do you people think you're getting?
Who wants to go first?
I thought you should start, because you are the hero.
I'm not really a hero, so.
Yeah, but I'm interested that you get it, because it started from you.
Yeah.
I'm teaching you before I teach all of that people.
I absolutely get it now, and I feel a little bit sober right now, because I've been slandering all this time, just saying that faith in myself is more important than faith in God, and also the fact that the attention to details, not reading each word that I'm supposed to use to understand what is being said. That trickles down to a lot of other things. It's not just on this. So I'm thinking about that. And also what you've just said in terms of people that, examples of people that are successful, that believe in themselves. I've even heard a lot of things that, what you think, you are what you think, and you are what you believe. And I've heard all those things, and I didn't even liken it to what was said, that faith in myself, in order to achieve something for success on earth, or to achieve a goal, is very important. Also, with regards to prayers, it doesn't change God. That's really key for me, because yes, I have heard that so many times, that my God will not change. We hear that so many times, that God will not change. I personally, I have. So why is it that I'm waiting to pray and have faith in God for God to do something for me? When I should be the one having self-belief and self-confidence to go and do what I need to do, knowing and trusting God that He's already put those things in me, the capability, the ability to do it. So it kind of made me feel like I'm not even a good Christian, let alone somebody that believes in God, because I'm not really reading the letter of the word. I'm not understanding in the way that I should. But at the same time, I'm also glad. So don't cry for me, anyone over there. If you want to cry, don't cry. I'm all right. I'll be fine. So let me switch to other people.
And before you switch, I want to tell you if Sunday Adelaja is listening to this, because he told me he wants to edit a book for me on this subject. So, because this is a further explanation, I want you to send him the link later on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's hear what people got.
Who else wants to go?
Well, I think for me personally, it was really helpful to hear that, because I kind of was confused in terms of believing in God and believing in myself, because most of the times if you want to do something, the first thing you say as a believer is trust in God that it will work out, you know, believe in God that you can do it. But then it's like, believe in God that you can do it. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to believe, that I can do it, or that God can do it through me? But how's that supposed to look like, you know? So it was a little bit confusing for me up until now, because I understand that it depends on what I want to achieve. It depends on, you know, the fact that I'm here on earth, and it depends on the fact that I want to rule, you know, in my area of calling, and that I'm believing that I have everything I need in order to succeed. So it kind of sheds some light on the fact, on the issue of faith, really, and on the issue on faith in you and faith in God. And I feel more at peace, because I don't feel like I'm betraying God, or, you know, I'm distrusting him by trusting in myself, you know, that he actually wants me to believe in myself, because in this way I'm actually honoring him and not, you know, looking down on him, or not giving him the trust that I should give him. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
Look the way it comes out for you here. Look, you look great.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Who says, no, let's hear what other people got.
I feel like I'm in trouble.
Rochelle, what?
Well, I got, wow, without faith in self, nothing will get done.
Okay.
Nothing will get done, and there are no concrete products. And that hit me the other day. I was thinking, I heard a conversation between Pastor Sunday and you in the car. I think it was you, Mara, in the car.
Yes.
And it was, where are there concrete products? Where? But you show me where. And I sat back and I thought, oh my goodness, Lord. Where, you know, and really the root of this is having no faith in self, that you can do it.
At the beginning.
At the very beginning, it just shuts you off from anything. And, yeah, and then we're stopping people from receiving things that we can, affect them. You know, it's, if we, haven't, it's so important. So I'm just blown away.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I was touched a lot by the first part, by the second part as well. In the first part, when you taught Mayoa and all of us as well, of the importance to pay attention to the details and each word. Well, I can say that our environment is built such a way that if you don't, how can I say it, if you don't push for it, it's very hard to make it, for me personally. And I was wondering how you, Pastor, having so many people around you, as you mentioned, talking naturally, using many words, yes, and I was wondering how easy is this for you to communicate with people, and how you overcome this challenge. Because often when, for example, I'm telling to myself that, okay, I'm going back to this truth, I'm going to pay more attention to details, but suddenly, I don't know, I just have people around me, you know, and we're talking about stuff, about this, about that, and somehow I feel myself, you know, lost. You know, and I'm trying to figure out, to understand how to deal with people and how to keep myself on constant basis in this focused, yes, to details. So
Okay.
But what about the phrase we're talking about?
the phrase itself, that we have to rule in order to rule on earth. We have to have faith in ourselves, and
More
it's
faith in
more,
ourselves.
more faith in ourselves rather, in God. Well, I had challenge with this because I also used to believe that believing in God, this is all I need. But unfortunately, I didn't have any results by doing this.
That's what Rachel was saying.
It's all I need, right?
Yeah. Believe in God, it's all I need. God, you're my love, you're my life. I belong to you.
She's a church girl.
Oh my God. And you suddenly lose your passion, you lose your force, and you start to question yourself. Why? What is going on? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with God?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with God? Yeah, you begin to think, what's wrong with God, right?
What is wrong? What is going on? I don't understand.
He doesn't like me.
Yes, it's pity, it's pity, but I understand now that to rule on earth.
Because what you just said is so true of Christians. The only thing I need, you are all I need, Lord. No, I don't need anything. Only you, only you. Yes, you are only the one I need. I don't need anything. Only you. I have faith in you. I believe in you. You will do it, Lord. You will do it, Lord.
I'm waiting on you. I'm just waiting on you. Yeah. You know what? There's some great scriptures that back this up, that prove this point. Like in Psalm, it says, the heavens are the Lord's, but the earth has been given to the sons of men. So if you don't do something practically and tangibly about what you've been given, if you don't believe in yourself to take responsibility over what you've been given, that's the sin of irresponsibility. And so we see the division of labor between God and man, that God has given us the earth to manage. Therefore, it would be irresponsible not to apply maximum effort to manage practically what God has given. Similar to Moses facing the Red Sea, crying out to God, and God says, why are you praying to me? Why are you crying out to me? Take what's in your hand and go and do what I've told you to do. Another one is I believe it's in Proverbs or Ecclesiastes, where there's princes walking barefoot like slaves, while slaves are riding horses. Another one would be the fallow ground of the poor could produce much fruit, but it is swept away by injustice. So we all have opportunities to manage what God has given us to get a result. So I always tell people what I heard Pastor Sunday say once: pray as if it all depends on God, but work as if it all depends on you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Pastor Natasha.
Hello, everyone. So how I understand the sentence, the thought, if you want rules on this earth, you need more to have belief in yourself than faith in God. So I think that there is some things that I have understand from this thought and recognize. And I wrote my thoughts when I was thinking about this word. So I understand that God rules over the earth. And he have not problem with rules over the earth. But if I, as person, don't rule in my place on earth, I have problem. And why many people, we cannot rules in earth? Because we have not faith in ourselves. So, I can believe in God, and I believe he rules over the earth, but if I am not rules on my place that God gave me, this shows that I don't believe in myself. So, to rule on the earth, I need more to have faith in myself. In this situation, to rule on the earth, just faith in God
cannot help me. He rules. He exists. I believe in him. But me, you don't rule. You don't exist. Nobody knows that you are here. So I have problem. I have problem. You see, God don't have problems. And we want to put this problem on God. God, you rules, you exist. Okay? And continue rules on this earth without me. I am... You need... But, you know... faith in God helped me to have a very success trip on the heaven, in eternity. Faith in God, this is ticket to heaven. So you believe in God, it's like you have your ticket. I have ticket, I go to heaven, okay? And with this ticket, you live miserable life in this earth. Okay, yes, you have ticket, you will go to heaven. Its reality is true. But are you agree? Until you are waiting your turn, your time for your ticket to go in eternity, to live here, miserable life. Okay, it is your choice. But let's go the next point. God tell, if you will hear me, and if you will take my words and be послушный, and obedience me in everything, you will be head. You will be over. You will rule. So maybe I am not ruling this earth because I don't obedience in some words, because we can read in Bible, you can do all things through Christ. So you believe in Christ and God, you can do all things. And you said, no, I can't do anything God can do. So, do you believe in His word? So, you need, this is deeply, we need to tell ourselves truth, that we just want to have like a very easy life. We want, like Pastor Derek said, we don't take responsibility. You see, and after this, the people in earth looking at us and you want to tell me about God? Your God? Don't lie. I don't believe in your God. You see? This is more deeply. So, this is, and also, you know, I remember Pastor in this series about faith, he said that we need to have faith in God, ticket in eternity. We need to have faith in ourselves to rule on this earth. And we need to have faith in our goal. Because if I want to achieve something, I need to believe in this goal. So maybe we have not goals, and our only goal is to go to heaven. So, congratulations, you have, you know, Jesus paid price for your ticket. Hold this ticket, wait your time, but don't tell about some other people who wants to rule on earth, who wants to reach goals on this earth, that it's not necessary. Don't tell this. You know, sometimes we need to tell ourselves truth, that we are lazy, we want easy life with God, we want only enjoy, you know, and feel that, oh, okay, I am okay, oh, yes. We want just to be, don't touch me, don't tell me something serious things about God. So, we need just decide what you want. You want only ticket, you want to rule on earth, you want to reach goal. So, if you want just to go heaven to hold your ticket, it's okay, it's your choice. Yeah, and you have rights. Yeah, I don't tell you that you are wrong. I don't tell you. Yes, because me too, I also have ticket. It's okay. But if you want more, listen this message and just decide what do you want. And if you want rule on this earth for glory of God, people see the works that we will do and believe and praise our Father. So what do you want? You want praise God? So you need believe in yourself and believe in your goal and reach this.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that I believe in God, but I had problem with belief in myself, and I have problem with belief in my goal. Before. And, I was feeling like very, I didn't understand. I wanted more, but because, the people around and more in Christianity world, it's about God, only God, only this. Wash your hand only, your brain only with all of this. Brainwashed. And nobody tell you and believe in yourself, believe in your goal, and I'm so happy that I met Pastor Sunday, and he helped with his example. First of all, I see on him, and I said, "Oh, wow! I want this. How it can be like this?" So I just see example, and I heard what Pastor said. More time, not once time. I said to you, it's not one time, 2 times. You need to, you need to walk. You need to go inside of this water. So, guys, decide, and God believes in you. But problem is what we. So just take decision. I believe in myself. Yes, and if I don't believe now, I will believe. I find the answer. I will hear all serious that Pastor told about faith.
All the serious.
Yeah, all the serious. Yes, many times. Serious. And many times here, because you said like when Mayowa said, she just missed two words, and she will misunderstand. So we need to hear a lot of times. Why? Exactly. Because I need to hear, to be sure that I heard every word. If I missed one word,
not the same.
Yeah. So just continue. You can do it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you.
So I know that the question that you are asking me was about question. Why question is more important than this and that. But if I had gone to answer the question that you were asking, not paying attention to what you said in the process. If I were not paying attention to all the details of every word that you said, because you were asking me a question about why question is important. And in the process of asking me that question, you mentioned this phrase just by passing. If I had just looked for the main thought that you wanted to say, okay, what's the main thing you want to say? Or what's the main question you want to ask? I would have just left it. Oh, that's not the most important. So even when I was coming back to this phrase, and I was telling you that repeat what do you get, you always kept on talking about the question. We went to the office, Pastor Jerry said that. You're always going back to the main thing, but you didn't know I was talking about the detail. And it is because I pay attention to every detail. And because I pay attention to everything you were saying, every word, that's why I was able to catch it, that you were not getting me right. Otherwise, I would have been able to, I would just be like you, I would just say, oh, he's saying it right. But you are not saying it right. So I didn't have any right to go ahead to answer your question that you really wanted answer to until I had corrected the error you were making on the way to that particular thing that you wanted.
Guys, I've had my lesson. This is just one question, guys. and we haven't even treated the actual question. And it's over an hour. So I want to make a suggestion that we cut this right now so that it won't be too long. And guys, come back. I'm coming back shortly.
Are you sure? Maybe not today.
Sir, come on. Today?
If you want today, we'll do it today.
Yeah, let's just do that one question, sir.
Maybe you want to ask of their own opinion. Maybe I'll stop it. You want to come back today or tomorrow or another day? Because I think that you should be doing this during the whole conference. When somebody preaches, you want to take this formula. This is a formula right there. And take it to when people will be eating during the break and the conference and the anniversary.
Yeah.
You want to go and listen to the dining people to discuss and share, you understand? And during the retreat as well and all that, you want to really be going like this. And
Yes. Okay. I can do that.
a 1 hour is a good one.
It's just over an hour now. So do we all have time to finish this question, or do you want
We
to?
finish this question now.
No, the actual question. The question that brought this one on.
Yeah, but you have to stop this first.
Yes, so we're going to stop this first.
So you want to ask them, should we come back tonight or tomorrow?
Guys, we're giving the power to you to decide. So do you want us to come back right now, or do you want us to come back tomorrow? So let's hear your answers, please. And we won't be available tomorrow. So we're really telling you that, are you coming back?
Sometime, maybe in the future.
Now. I'm saying now. Olani said now. Anyone else? Hope Alive said now. Thumbs up. Yeah, I think it's now. Okay. All right, we're going to...
Next 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Yes, we're going to have a little break, and then we'll come back shortly. Now, Pastor Abby said now. Okay. Come back now. Then after a break, Fisaya said now, please. Thank you, Fisaya. We're looking forward to seeing you. Now, Brenda, everybody's now. All right, guys, so you see how it is here. You ask one question, right? And here we go. 1 over an hour. This is how thorough it is in this environment. And if you're not thorough, you'll be forced to be thorough. Like myself, I'm used to shortcuts and paraphrasing everything. And now I am having to do everything in the hard way. But luckily, God has helped me to have myself together. I've recharged my batteries, and I can take it right now. So join me in growing, and we'll see you shortly. Take care. Bye.